Om Shanti. Good morning. So, yesterday we were reading the Murli just after a week of 18th January. Baba was mentioning about the footsteps of Brahma Baba, what needs to be followed. Specifically, he was referring to the Farman Bardar, that is being obedient in all orders. We saw that the Murli was little heavy, probably because it was after good year of celebrations, and also because this was the last Murli of that season, which Baba mentions. So generally, last Murli of each season, Baba ensures that children get a good dose, so that it helps them in the full Purusharth for the following year. And yes, as a Sadguru generally has strict versions. He has very much good clarity on what one needs to be done. So that is how yesterday's Murli was. So we'll continue today. Yesterday Baba mentioned in depth about what is Farman Bardar, what is being obedient in all orders, and also he checked the homework of the children of how much they applied the quality of being disinterested, that is Behat Ka Vairaga Vritti. So let me share my screen. So today we'll read the other part of the Murli and the fourth step of Brahma Baba, of being faithful. So the last statement which we read yesterday was the attitude of unlimited disinterest has become merged and giving excuses has emerged. Because, in this paragraph, Baba was mentioning that for the homework which Baba gave, children just did a workshop or a class, but in application it was not seen that much. So Baba gave that a very true feedback to all the children, and indirectly he mentioned that a lot of effort needs to be done in development of this quality of unlimited disinterest. I love this English word, unlimited disinterest. Hindi word is more appealable because probably I'm very used to listening that Behad ki Vairagya Vritti, but yeah, that is what is called in English. So let's go ahead. So Bapdada was seeing that all the children reached Madhuban with a lot of love for the 18th of January and also for this second turn. So you have shown your love, and so congratulations for that. Everyone clapped. You have applauded this, which is very good. Bab Dadi is also happy to see the happiness of the children. But what do you have to do for the future? So again, Baba, as usual, first he encourages children, and then while encouraging, once the children are happy, he acknowledges that, and then he asks what needs to be done in future. To show the proof of love, do you simply have to reach Madhuban, or do you have to reach the subtle region? What would you have to do? Congratulations for having reached Madhuban. But when you become an angel and reach the subtle region, when will you become an angel and reach the subtle region? Whilst you are walking and moving around, everyone should only see you as angels. Your words, activity, your way of living should all become like those of angels. To become an angel means to become double light. So, do not become light that is loose in your timetable, but be light in your connections, relations, and in your stage. Very important statement. We need to become light, but that lightness should be in our connections, relations, and our stage. But Baba has not given us the permission to become light in our timetable, the schedule of Purushat which we want to follow. So, do you know how to become light, or does a burden pull you? So, Babdada wants to see the proof of love. And when you give the proof of love, you will not need to clap, but Maya and the elements will all clap. Maya will also clap. Wah, victorious souls, wah. The elements will also clap. So now bring about some transformation. Today is the last Mela of the season. The season of the foreigners is separate, but according to the Indian program, this is the last turn. The question of the Mela is something different. That is being kept as a bonus. However, Bab Dada saw that throughout the season you had a very good meeting, entertainment, and celebrations of happiness. But what is the proof of that? So today probably Baba is, like a judge or like a lawyer asking for different proofs. So whilst being at the centers or in a household, change your timetable. And how should you change it? Simply by following the father. What did Brahma Baba do? Did Father Brahma become careless? You saw the proof of this, did you not? Until the last day, did he take any rest? So, you have love, do you not? How much love do you have? Is it too much? Acha. And how much proof have you given? You did not say too much for that. Now, together with having love, make yourselves powerful. Now, be the form of power in terms of transformation of the self. Do not be careless in thinking that you are an easy yogi. Bab Dada sees that in all four directions, a lot of carelessness has developed, whether for the self, for service, or for connections and relations. Do not think that it will do. You now have to fly. Do not copy one another. Copy the Father. You have developed the habit of looking at others a lot more. You have developed carelessness in looking at your own self. Bab Dada has told you that your short-sightedness has become powerful and your long-sightedness has become weak. So, what will you do now? What will you give as the fruit of this season? Or is it the fruit simply coming, meeting, celebrating a meeting, and listening to Murli? What will you give as the fruit? So if you read this Murli entirely, yesterday, Baba is wanting to be very specific. He's not really generalizing things and, like children will become, or you need to do this, you need to do that. He's being very specific on what exactly needs to be done. When we say following Father, Brahma Baba, it needs to be 100%. Baba is not really happy with us following for 50% or being a little careless. So you can just understand what is the level of perfection which Baba wants us to be after while reading this Murli. I think this Murli, if you read number of times, number of things will emerge, what needs to be focused on. Let us go ahead. What will you give us? What will you give as the fruit? There is fruit for every season. So What will you offer to Bab Dada as bhog for the fruit of this season? When you offer bhog, you also have fruit, do you not? You can get that fruit in the market. That is not a big thing. What will you offer to Baba in bhog or give as a gift as the fruit of this season? Another good thing about Baba is that he relates things to the material objects, whatever we perform or whatever we offer, because that way it becomes easy for us to remember. So here now Baba has mentioned about the fruit which we offer to the bhog, and he asks us, what will be the fruit would you like to offer for this season? Are you going to offer it, or do you find it difficult? What do you Pandavas think? Will you offer bhog? Will you offer good bhog? You will not offer bhog just in namesake. Sorry, just in namesake, will you? Those from Madhuban and all those sitting down below, Madhuban will offer the best bhog of all, will it not? Whether it is the hospital, Taleti, Gyan Sarovar, it is still Madhuban, where the best bhog, where the best bhog prepared. We shall see where the number one bhog comes from. What happens is that you make very good promises before you go. You never say no. You always say yes. At that time, you please Baba. So, what will the teachers do? You will offer the number one bhog, will you not? We shall see the bhog from all the centers. Those of you living in a household also offer bhog, do you not? Or do you eat it by yourself? You do offer bhog, do you not? Do you do not think that this is the duty of those living at the centers? It is everyone's duty. So, thirdly, you have to put into practice the step of being obedient and following every order. So, again, Baba summarized the third step. He told all the children to offer bhog, and this is something which Baba wants us to become obedient. Now, let's move on to the fourth step. And the other step is to be faithful. Do not be unfaithful to the Father in your mind, in your intellect, or even in your thoughts. To be faithful means to constantly being to one Father and none other. Okay, so in Lokik, we might feel that being faithful means, to be honest with everyone. Of course, that is a good interpretation. But what Baba means in this Murli is, as per Baba, to be faithful means to constantly belong to one Father and none other. Neither your body, bodily relations, material comforts, or the body, nor any bodily beings should attract you even in your thoughts. Okay, so what all things could attract us? Body, bodily relations, material comforts of the body, or any bodily beings. None of these should attract even our thoughts. For a husband and wife to be faithful to one another, they do not remember anyone else, even in their dreams. Otherwise, they are not said to be faithful. So, you saw Father Brahma. He never even thought of anyone else. He never looked at anyone else. The one Father is everything. This is known as being faithful. If there is an attraction to even physical things, If there is an attraction to the facilities, then your spiritual endeavor is broken. You are no longer faithful, and that which is damaged cannot become complete and worship worthy. So, check that no type of attraction is making you unfaithful, even in your thoughts. Let us quickly check. Do we have any attractions? We may not have at a gross level, but at a subtle level. If anybody asks us or anybody is not performing in a fashion which we want them to, do those thoughts pull us? If yes, then probably we are not faithful to Baba. If there is the slightest pull towards anyone, if there is even a little personal pull, whether towards someone's virtues, service, or good sanskars, if you are impressed by this, then you would not be said to be faithful. Okay, so getting pulled away towards others, maybe by way of greed or maybe by way of negative, Baba is not really means, of course that is one way, but in addition to that, Baba is mentioning that even if we get pulled towards anyone's virtues, service, or good sanskars, even these things is not considered to be faithful. If you are attracted to anyone's specialities, to the unlimited specialities, this is a different matter. But if you are specifically attracted towards a special person or material comfort, then you would not be counted in the list of those who are faithful. Check that you are not a damaged idol. Are you worship worthy? You do not have any extra attachment or pull, do you? There should not be the slightest pull even in your thoughts, let alone through your words and actions. If there is even the slightest pull, even in your thoughts, you would come in the list of those who are deformed. Do you not? Do you know how to check? Acha. Now we shall see. Because you have said that you know how to do this, the teachers are clever. Now show some newness. The new year has begun. Bab Dada constantly remembers the unlimited disinterest at the beginning. All of you are the fruit of that time. If they had not had an attitude of unlimited disinterest, there could have been there could not have been this much expansion of the establishment. Interesting. These two paradox statements, but that is the truth. What Baba mentions that if they had not had an attitude of unlimited disinterest, okay, that means only because of the attitude of unlimited disinterest, there is so much of expansion. This is something which you can ponder upon later. How does these two things correlate with each other? Very beautiful statement. Till the end, Father Brahma revealed the practical stage of unlimited disinterest. Even whilst in his old age and setting the accounts of the body, he did not accept the facilities. To use them for service is a different matter, but he never used any of the resources personally for himself. You can understand the difference. Can you not? To accept something for the self and to use it for service, you know the difference between the two. Do you not? For the self, you should have unlimited disinterest and use the resources for service. But the facilities should not bring carelessness. So, you have to follow the Father in this, do you not? Or do those who are still to become have to follow the Father? Who has to follow him? All of you have to follow him. Do you not? Acha, what are the children always called? The lamp of the clan. So, you are the lights of the Brahman family. Are you not? All of you are the lights. Are you not? You are the lights who are constantly glowing. Are you not? You are the lights of the family who ignite the light of Bap Dada's elevated hopes. Are you like this? How beautiful. So Bap Dada, after giving us all the directions, what he wants us to be, he finally takes the seat again of the Father and he asks us that you are the light, you are my light, you are the light of the family. And you are the light of Bap Dada's elevated hopes. Are you not? You know, when a father has the trust, the some expectation from the child, and he wants us to fulfill, how much responsibility or how much not getting that word to express, but how much pull for a child it should be that a father, and in this case it is the Supreme Soul, is having hopes from us, and he himself says that you are the lamp who would be lighting others. Okay, so beautiful statement. You are the lights of the family who ignite the light of Bap Dada's elevated hopes. Acha, the teachers have been made to sit at the front. You have been given a chance. You also have to be so you also have to take a chance in what you have just been told. So Baba just doesn't spare anyone. So if they are sitting in front, so Baba asks them that you have to take chance even to be in front in what you have now promised with Bhatata. Do not become happy in simply getting a chance to sit in the front. You have to take the number one chance in this also. Now create such a timetable amongst yourselves that everything is transformed. Do not make do not make do with whatever comes and doing anything that comes. No. Tighten your daily timetable. You like this? Do you not? Or will you become the difficult yogis instead of the easy yogis? Acha. Call it special service or a blessing. Today, Bab Dada is giving this to all zones to constantly be number one in following the Father. Constantly. Bab Dada will then see which centers in which zones are number one in following the Father. Do not think that you were number one, but the others were not, and so you will not receive the prize. Now, the zones will be given a very beautiful prize, but even within the zone, the number one center will receive the prize. It is not that the number one center would be one center and that the prize would be given to a zone. Baba will not do this. The results have to be shown at the centers. The students that come are also included as part of the center. The companions at the center and the students that come there should both be number one. Is this possible? Or do you think that you will be number wise? Can you become number one? Acha. In how much time will you claim the prize? Okay, again, you see, Baba is going to very specifics. Because if we tell yes, we want to become number one, we can do that even by the end of the Sangam Yuga. So now Baba is asking us for the time. So again, this, whenever we read Murlis or we really think, we plan anything for our action plan, let's also put a timestamp to it. By when do we want to achieve that stage? This is seen in different Murlis. Baba asks, how much time will you claim the prize? Or will you bring some transformation? How much time do you need? Till the 18th January 1996? 1 year? What if many go away by then? Yes, teachers speak. How much time do you need? Speak. All the teachers are sitting in the front. How much time do you need? You have become quiet. Are you finding it difficult? Yes or no? It is not difficult. It is easy. And so speak. How much time do you want? You will be given as much time as you want. Okay, so Baba is again liberal here. That don't worry, I'll give you as much time you want, but you need to yourself speak out. So it is not that Baba just gives us the bondage that you have to do this in so much time. He asks us, but he wants us to commit with ourselves. If you say 2 years, you will be given 2 years. Speak. Do you want 2 years? Do you want 1 year? How much time would you want? Do you want 3 months or 6 months? Acha. At least let it be 6 months. Because the next season will be after 6 months. So, in the first turn, Bab Dada will give very good accommodation to those who show this result. Kunj Bhavan is good, is it not? 2 people can sleep in one room. Those from Madhuban are the Arjunas who take the responsibility anyway. The vibrations of Madhuban spread everywhere. Those from Madhuban are constantly ready and say, yes, my lord. You are those who say Haji. Or do you also like saying Naji? Every now and then, you will be given a very good prize. You should be experienced as a soul who has completely unlimited disinterest. Do not become one who is too clever superficially. Others should give the certificates that yes, this one is number one. There are 3 certificates. You know them? Do you not? One is to be liked by the self, second is to be liked by the father, and the third is to be liked by everyone. Those who claim all 3 certificates will be given the opportunity to stay longer. They will also have extra Brahma Bhojan. The first to be announced will be those who are victorious. They will be so beautiful. A rosary of the jewels of victory will be created. All of you can claim a number. It is not just the teachers. The teachers will get a number to those living in a household, and so they can also claim a number. Or do you think that your teacher will not give you? If there is something like this, then you can have it verified by the dadis. What do you all zones think? Teachers of the zones, raise your hands. What do you think? Will you become number one? Acha, Indore will become number one. Who else will become this? Punjab, Bhopal will also be number one. 100%. And Indore will bring 10 to 20% more than 100%. And Punjab will be 1000%. Punjab has to bring a rosary of 400,000. Are you definite about this? Again, is being specific. Are you definite about this? Those from Punjab have not forgotten this. They have, those from Punjab, raise your hands. Acha. Out of the 400,000, by next season, at least bring 100,000. What will those from Punjab do? So now Baba actually speaks about the Punjab different zones. So what I think is, let's pause here because it's a big paragraph and we can do this as a home exercise. Later Baba also meets the eastern zones and Maharashtra, Mumbai, Gujarat, Karnataka. Baba has Tamil Nadu, Rajasthan, all of this, UP and Agra. And towards the end, Baba meets double foreigners and also Dadis. So let me pause here. Other part of the Murli, we can take that as a home exercise. And now let's take a pause for a minute and let's tune on what we understood from Baba's Murli today. Om Shanti. Yes, we can start the sharings.
Om Shanti. My takeaway point from today's Murli is the beautiful version that children are called the lamp of clan. We are the light of family who ignite the light of Baba's elevated hopes. So this is my takeaway point from today, Murli.
Wonderful.
Om Shanti. Today's Murli, I got a point that Baba asking about how much time you will take for your self transformation or this yajna, or so you have to create the rosary or anything. So this point is very important. You have to fix your timetable. You have to fix the time and do your commitment. So that I like very much. And also second point, I like that key, whatever you are getting, whatever the luxury you are getting, so be simple and use that luxury for service. That what Brahma Baba did. That I like very much. Om Shanti. Thank you, brother. Thank you.
So regarding this luxuries and new things, so suppose if I need to buy something from shop, okay, because practically it so happens that we need certain things. So the first thought which sometimes comes to my mind is, Baba, can we use this for service, or will I use this when I go out? For example, I have to purchase a laptop. Of course, that will be also used for personal things. But after becoming Baba's child, there is nothing personal. So, I just, because even the service which we do outside, maybe in the office or somewhere, that we are doing to glorify Baba, right? Or even whatever earnings we get from there, we use that for seva. So I just tell Baba that, Baba, this is something which I'm purchasing. I'm hope that it will be used for service. So when I ask this to Baba, even for that matter, even if I purchase clothes or something like that, So observation is that Baba ensures that that is utilized in service. Second thing is that whatever we get, maybe from our elders or from outsiders, again we think that they have been given us to use it for service and not to me. So if we have that thought, then automatically there is a thought of unlimited disinterest. We don't really get attached to those things. But that could be even more ways you all can practice this. If anybody would like to share on that.
Om Shanti. Can I take another chance to speak?
Yes, yes. Please go ahead.
Earlier, before coming to this university, we were right from the childhood, we were into some other organizations. So there we were taught, like we were given a small book, like it is Sealing on Desires, like, and we were put up with a timetable, like weekly savings, monthly savings, yearly savings. So, and the savings would be of different kinds, like physical savings, mental savings, money savings, etc. And so physical savings would be, like there's a unnecessary light on, you put it off, that is your electricity saving. Put off the water tap, that is your water savings. And instead of buying a 50 rupees chocolate, just buy 45 rupees. Put the remaining 5 rupees in your Golak. So this is how we were taught how to curtail our desires. So it's being, and now we are in this university, we are taught even higher. Beautiful. Thank you.
Yeah, but I really liked the way they help me prepare this timetable. So even we can follow that here, that which all places we would like to have the savings,
Yeah.
and we can start with a small step. Just 1%, as you mentioned, like 50 to 45. So
Yeah.
slowly, we will be able to attain that stage. But then, yeah, the genesis is documenting those things, preparing a plan for ourselves.
Yeah.
Otherwise, the promises just go into the air.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks,
And
sister.
other saving was also about mental savings. Like we used to, and now I learned it, and I started teaching my children also. So don't be, very jealous. If you are not jealous, just curtail that. That is your saving, mental savings. Anger, control your anger. That is again your mental savings. Jot it down in your diary. So all the children would be given small diaries to put it up. Thank you.
Wonderful.
Brother, I would just like to share what the sisters and brothers said just now. It's so true. Actually, if you very consciously give everything to God, to the Almighty, to Baba, whichever way you feel connected, your every activity, like when he talks about faithfulness means what? That you think of only one, the only one supreme energy power. That's it, nothing else. So then whatever you buy or whatever you're working or whatever you're doing, you don't think you're working for this company. You think you're working for the Almighty. At home, whatever you're doing in your family, you think you're doing it for the Almighty, because whatever service you do directly or indirectly, if you just put it with that kind of spirit in your heart, slowly and steadily, I think it becomes, you get detached from those things anyway, and you become very faithful to the one Shiv Baba, So, and for me, I don't know, when I'm visualizing, even above Baba, the light that I'm seeing, that is the supreme Shiv Baba energy that I generally like to connect to. I will use Baba's power, but go into Shiv Baba, go into that full divine light, So it's just that, and if a doubt comes to your mind, just again, in 1 second, just think of that light again. And at least it helps you to come back. So that's the journey I've been practicing. I still have a lot to do, but I just thought I'll share my experience. Om Shanti.
Wonderful. Another way to practice this would be, whatever we do, just invoke Baba and get it verified. For example, if I'm preparing food, I'm preparing chapati. Okay, so just casually telling Baba, this chapati is for you. Or, just getting attached with him in somewhere. If I want to go outside, Baba, would you like to join me? let's go together. If I'm purchasing anything, Baba, how do you think we want to take this for you? So in small things, if we try to bring in the element of Baba, if we invoke him and we ask him, sometimes we might even get a decision if we're taking a wrong step. And even if we take that thing, Baba will ensure that things will be right. So this is another way where we can invoke Baba in all things, and automatically our personal interest will not then clash with that, because we have invoked Baba every time. So it's a practice, it's a sanskar which gradually we can develop. Even a simple thing, going outside the house or wearing clothes, for example. Okay, Baba, which dress should I wear today? There are so many. So should I try this? Of course, Baba will not physically tell us, but getting things verified, we will have that thing in our mind that yes, I have asked Baba. And that is where this faithful thing help us getting more closer to Baba. Anybody else would like to add on any other point? Or
Om Shanti. Today, on my point, I want to add the bhog. About the bhog, Baba said that the bhog fruit we have to give to not in whatever they give a bhog they given at center, but you have to personally you have to bhog we have to give to Baba. That I like also.
yeah. So sometimes many of us, maybe even earlier when I was new into this knowledge, I was under the impression that Bhog is something which needs to be offered only at centers, because it's a typical way sisters have a very lots of these things getting followed. There are at least 2 songs being played, everybody sitting in yoga and putting the Bhog and so many things. So that is something which we never followed in Lokik. We just brought the plate in front of the temple, offered the Bhog, and then that's it. So I was thinking that offering Bhog to Baba is something needs to be done only at centers. But gradually I understood that even at home, and if we feel that we don't have those many things to offer as Bhog, because many of our homes food would be getting prepared by someone else, or there would be onion, garlic, or sometimes if we feel that there is non-veg or something which is not really right to be offered as a Bhog, I've heard from seniors that even if you offer a fruit, for that matter, a small fruit, apple or something as Bhog, it would suffice. The only thing is that it should be from that bhavna, from the heart. And but we should develop a practice of offering Bhog to Baba at least once in a day, even if for that matter it is of a fruit or for a milk. And if we prepare ourselves the food, nothing like it, then that is great. But yeah, this really helps us, and that vibrations of Baba really gets into that particles of food, and that helps us grow. Okay, so what we'll do now is we'll do a short meditation, and I'll play a song for you all, for all of us. So Baba has given in this Murli a lot of pointers to become obedient, to become faithful, and this is a beautiful song. I just heard it a couple of weeks ago, and I think this is a good response with which we can give Baba to whatever wishes he is having from us. Okay, so it is a song-based meditation. The song is in Hindi, I believe. Most of you all might follow Hindi. If not, then you can just do a normal meditation. Uh, Essentially, it is the song. The essence is that Baba, whatever you are asking from us, we would definitely give it to our best, and will not put you down. So let us spend the next 5 minutes in just giving response to this beautiful Murli which we read yesterday and today. And yeah, I think it will be a great experience for all of us. Om Shanti. Thanks everyone.
प्रभु तुमको समर्पित करते हैं, प्रभु तुमको समर्पित करते हैं अपना ये जीवन सारा। तू ही सच्चा जीवन साथी है प्रभु इस दुनिया में हमारा, प्रभु इस दुनिया में हमारा। प्रभु तुमको समर्पित करते हैं अपना ये जीवन सारा। तू ही सच्चा जीवन साथी है प्रभु इस दुनिया में हमारा, प्रभु इस दुनिया में हमारा। प्रभु तुमको समर्पित करते हैं। हम बन के रहेंगे प्रभु व्रता, करते हैं आपसे वादा। सदा करेंगे पालन तेरी स्नेह से हर मर्यादा। हम बन के रहेंगे प्रभु व्रता, करते हैं आपसे वादा। सदा करेंगे पालन तेरी स्नेह से हर मर्यादा। सर आँखों पर रखेंगे हम, सर आँखों पर रखेंगे हम। जो मिलेगा तेरा इशारा, जो मिलेगा तेरा इशारा। प्रभु तुमको समर्पित करते हैं अपना ये जीवन सारा।
Om Shanti. Thanks everyone for joining. Have a nice day. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Thank you. Thank you, brother.
Thank you. Om Shanti.